Guys, welcome back to my channel Girls Books and Bites. My name is Mohita and I make food and book related videos on this channel. And for today's book related video, I have come up with a short list of books especially for adults. So when I say that these books are for adults, I do not mean that they are inappropriate in any way, but I just feel that they are slightly not suitable for kids considering the kind of complex plots that have gone into the writing or the writing style itself that is pretty complex to pick up. Or for most of the books, the topics are really heavy and definitely unsuitable for kids because they involve rape, some really horrible crimes and graphic descriptions of that crime, or topics that I would not want kids to be exposed to. And while doing that, I'm going to hydrate myself bit by bit because I don't know why the whole day I've been extremely thirsty. So without further ado, I will just dive into this list. So the first book that I'm going to suggest is a very popular one. This one is written by one of my favorite authors, that is Khalid Hosseini. The title is A Thousand Splendid Suns. I read this ages ago, so I do not remember the deets, but I do remember being completely blown away by this book, and this was like one of the very first extremely sad, aggravating and very difficult to digest stories that I had come across. I felt so sad for the characters, so lost for them, so helpless. The story follows Mariam, who is only 15 when she is married off to this old man who already has another wife, and amidst all this the Taliban also take over and life becomes like a very desperate struggle against starvation, brutality and fear. I just read out the blurb because I really don't remember the book a whole lot. But this is definitely one of those heart-wrenching, tear-jerker books that really takes up a very serious topic and presents it in a very beautiful way. The next book that I want to suggest is a slightly different book. It's called Elm It by Fiona Mosley. While I was reading it, it was a very different feeling because the writing style is completely different. It will catch you off guard. The way the sentences are structured are also kind of complex, but they really hit you very hard. And I felt like this was an experimental book more than anything else. It was a very nice experiment also. The story surrounds this one family who is kind of living a nomadic lifestyle. They belong to the city once, but then the father brings his two children to live with him in a forest. And the father also does not have a good job. He basically gets in money through bare knuckle fighting. So he takes these odd jobs and does not really have a great reputation as such. Initially, when I started reading the book, I thought that this was something about abuse, a father's abuse towards his children, but it's not that at all. In fact, it is about this raw love that he has towards his kids. He has one son, one daughter, and the way he raises them is so completely different. At the same time, the book is also morbid in parts, so that is why I want you to be careful while reading this book. But for the most part, the book is very descriptive, extremely atmospheric. I definitely enjoyed the book when I was reading it, and it's a very differently written book. But I wouldn't say that it's appropriate for kids because the kind of things that happen inside this book are slightly gory and stressful. The next book I'm suggesting is this one by Haruki Murakami. It's 1Q84. The title is like a spin-off of 1984 by George Orwell. We get to see like these two parallel worlds. The second world is slightly dystopian, not completely. And these two parallel worlds sort of merge somewhere inside of Japan. So the entire story takes place in Japan and we have two main characters. One is Aomame and Tengo. Aomame till date is my favorite female character. She's like probably one of the top 5 best female characters for me ever written in any book. This book also has a lot of magical realism. This is something that you would expect in a Haruki Murakami novel. This book is thick, I know, but that's because it's an omnibus edition of 3 different volumes. So the story revolves around these two people. One is Aomame and the other guy is Tengo. Aomame works in a gym, or she's like this physical instructor or a masseuse, something like that. And however, that is a daytime job, and at night she is this vigilante assassin. And I loved all the scenes where she kills some really horrible bastards. I loved them. That is the reason why I loved Aomame. She's such a badass, but at the same time she has her own doubts about things. And then there is this Tengo storyline, who is an aspiring writer. He's a maths teacher, but he's also an aspiring writer. He gets involved into this fictional book written by a teenage writer who really can't speak well. Like, her words are formed in a very, I don't know, disorientated manner, and she can't really express herself completely. So she's yet another weird character. There are so many weird characters in there. However, there is stuff going on that, again, as I said, I wouldn't want kids to be exactly exposed to. There are a lot of sex scenes. I think there is also like a rape scene. I don't remember, or maybe I'm mixing it with some other Murakami book. But yeah, so it's not completely appropriate for kids. The next book that I want to suggest for adults is The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter. If you're looking for a crime fiction that will really stir you up and disturb you completely and will just unsettle and unnerve you mentally, and something that is gory, graphic, and really difficult to digest, then this is the book for you. Yeah, so the storyline of this book is, I don't really want to give a whole lot away because it's a crime fiction, so there is a lot of mystery and suspense. But just in order to give you a slight idea of what the book is about so that your interest gets piqued, this is about a family that faces an extremely bad trauma which is witnessed by two daughters. So essentially someone inside the family gets murdered inside their own house, and the two daughters witness it, and one of the daughters gets killed or something really terrible happens to her. And then you follow the story of the younger daughter, and what happens is, as an adult, she again witnesses another crime, and not just witness, but she actually is right in the center of that crime, and she sees all the bloodshed again. It brings back a whole lot of memories, and it actually unearths a lot of secrets from her past life as well. It's such a powerful story. All the characters in the book are so realistic, so well imagined, so well presented. The talking style of every character is so distinguishable. Karen Slaughter's writing is straight to the point, but at the same time it's so poignant, so powerful. The way she handles crime is, she does it brilliantly, and she does it in a way that it will scare you, and you will definitely not want to be in the place of these characters. It will really move you. So that was my very tiny list of 4 books for adults. I also think that these books will cater really well to the advanced readers as well. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of my book video today. If in case you are planning to purchase any of these books, please go to my Amazon affiliate link and purchase these. I have left it in my description box below. And make sure you go follow me on Instagram. My Instagram account goes by the same name, Curls Books and Bites. I will see you again in the next week. Until next time, bye.